Morning, afternoon, evening people, welcome back to the channel. It's your first time here, I'm Tony, this is little Teddy. If you've been following the channel, you know that lately I've been doing a lot of videos about solar power, solar generators, power stations, etc, etc. So to that end, what I've got for you today, I've got the All Power's Volix P300 power station and a 100 watt folding solar panel. I'm especially excited about the solar panel. So today's video we're going to test this out, and definitely going to test this panel out. I've been wanting a folding solar panel for a while. Finally got one, so we're going to test that out. Now for a comparable power station on the market, you're looking at about £220 for the power station alone. This is 238 with the folding panel, and that's before the 10% discount that I'm going to put in the description of the video and in the pinned comment. Anyway, first things first, I've been using this for about 4 days, but when I first received it I did unbox it. So I'm quickly going to show you now how it's going to arrive when you buy it. Now, do you reckon it's a box in a box? No, it's not a box in a box. So I've got a user manual. Power station itself. Accessories. Which is and the panel. Now the panel and the power station arrived separately, but on the same day. Well packed. Cables come with it. Right, let's go inside. We're going to test this out. We'll test the inverters out. Going to talk through the capabilities, battery size, etc, etc. At the end of the video, what we are going to do is test that solar panel out, because I'm really interested to see how well that panel does work. Now, what am I going to use this for? So first thing is, if there's a grid outage, I am going to use this to run my Starlink internet. I've also got a Starlink Mini coming. Myself, my wife and Teddy, we do like to go away and stay in log cabins. A lot of time there's no internet or rubbish phone signal, so Starlink Mini, run that. I've also got a ham radio, so same thing, grid outage, I can run the radio off this, get some comms. Obviously ideal for van life, boat life, camping, fishing, anything like that. Right, so let's talk about what it does. The All Power's Volix P300 power station, 254 watt hour capacity. On the front here you're going to see the display. We've got two USB A's at 18 watts, a USB C at 100 watts, a standard cigarette lighter, 12 volt outlet, DC. Then we've got an AC outlet here, the 300 watt inverter. Two switches here, that's to turn the AC on, that's to turn the DC on. This power station now doesn't use Wi-Fi, it's just Bluetooth, which makes sense because if you're out and about you're probably not going to have Wi-Fi in situations where you use this. So it uses Bluetooth. If you hold down the DC button for 3 seconds, that turns on the Bluetooth. Then with a standard kind of display, you see that I've charged it fully, 100%. On the right you show your output, on the left is your input. It does charge to full in 1 hour. On the side then, we're going to see our mains input there for charging, and on the side here we've got a solar input. That solar input there is 110 watts of solar it'll take. As you've seen there, we've got a 100 watt folding panel with it. Now there's 3 ways to charge this unit. 1 from the grid, 2 through solar, and 3 you can car charge it. The car charger doesn't come with it as standard, but you can get them quite cheap on Amazon. And as you've seen, with the solar panel you do get a cable, and the cable does look quite long. I'll be honest, I have not tested the panel yet. I'm looking forward to testing that. We're going to see how long that cable is. Anyway, let's test out this inverter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plug something into this, test that inverter out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and overload it. Try and trip it out and see what happens. Now some power stations I've tested, the inverter will trip. And you basically have to wait a few seconds to turn the inverter back on again. Other power stations, all it'll do is it will just kick out what's rated for. It won't trip, and that will just affect the efficiency of the device that you're running. I'm not sure what this is going to do. Anyway, we're going to find out. So you can see there, I've plugged my slow cooker in my crock pot. So turn the AC on. That's on there. I've got the slow cooker on warm there. You can see there we're pulling 44 watts. Put it up to low now, 116 watts. It's going to run that slow cooker then for 1.8 hours. Onto high, 160 watts there. 1.3 hours it's going to run the slow cooker for. Right, let's see what happens then when I plug something in. It's over. Let's plug a toaster in. Oh, there you go, it trips out. I see it flush up at about 520 watts there. Obviously 300 watt inverter, so it's tripped out. So this particular inverter does just trip out and then turn it back on again. The inverter's back on, let's trip it again. There you go. And that's the way most small power stations I've tested do work, is that inverter just trips out. And all you've got to do is just turn it back on again. And switch. Anyway, I'm going to test this out now with something else. So I brought you up into my Radio Shack. What I've got here is an ICOM IC7300 ham radio, HF radio. I've got a PSU plugged in to there. So I'm monitoring the net now, it's saying 6.7 hours of monitoring. Going to transmit, and let's just see. Let's see if it's final transmit. CQDX, CQDX, CQ20, CQDX 20 metres, CQDX to 20 metre band, 2 Echo 0 Tango Hotel Kilo, 2 Echo 0 Tango Hotel Kilo, calling CQDX and listening QRZ, QRZ. Okay, so 254 watts we're using then, transmitting at 100 watts out of the radio, and it said 1.4 hours of transmit time. So easy enough to run a ham radio station for several hours. So I'm trying to run the battery down a bit before I plug it into solar. So I thought, well, you know what, I watch a bit of TV, having some lunch, I'll plug it in, the TV into it. So currently it's running that lamp, doesn't need to be on, and the television. And it says there 91%, 2.3 hours. So I run the TV and lamp for 2.3 hours. So that'd be pretty useful in a power outage, wouldn't it? Okay, so it's now midday. I filmed the first part of the video about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. We're waiting for the clouds to clear. It's slightly overcast, we've got a nice sun, so we are going to test out the panel. Now what I've actually got is got this pocket on the side. I've got a charging cable in there and a solar cable. Look how long this is. It's a decent length cable, it's over 2 metres, which is decent. MC4 connectors, one end, so you could use this for a different panel as well. Anyway, as you can see, I haven't tried it yet. So it does come with some instructions. So it's a Volix SE100 folding panel, and it's got these legs on the back. So let's get this hooked up and test it. So the sun's right there, slightly hazy but almost clear. Well, I just noticed inside this there's also another pocket, so we'll actually probably keep the charging cable in that pocket, and I'll probably leave the solar cables attached to the panel. Anyway, there's the size of it. Now I'm 5'9". So it's a fairly compact 100 watt panel. Anyway, MC4 connectors in. I've got it plugged into the power station. So I've got the panel set up. Now a little bit of a cloud has come over. Let's see what's pushing. So you can see there's 72 watts, 76 watts of solar with a bit of cloud. So there we are, 75 watts. That'll be full in about 3 hours, or just under 3 hours. 254 watt hours at 75, 80 watts. I'd look at it now, I was just pushing 80 watts a second ago because the cloud moved. So in ideal conditions, if that panel was running 100%, that would charge about 2.5 hours to full. Even in slightly adverse conditions, a little bit of cloud, it would have been 3 hours. So there we have it. A link in the description of the video, 10% discount code, and in the pinned comment. If you did find that video useful, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.